welcome again to yet another Tuesday Talks with Tailor-Made Therapy Services. I'm really happy that you are here with us. Yes, again, my name is Chantaul Burgess and I'm an occupational therapist. I'm here to talk with you about tantrums and communication. How do we get our children to respond without throwing tantrums when they're requesting things, right? So tantrums and communication, we know this is a ticklish topic because it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming for us, but I could guarantee you that it is also overwhelming for our children. So let's talk about it a little bit. Now, I thought about this topic and some letters came to mind. So we'll look at this acronym ACT times 3. ACT times 3. A. So first, we want to accept that our children are still developing with their emotional regulation. Sometimes we expect children to perform as with adults when adults don't even perform in the way that they should, right? So we accept that children are still developing in their emotional regulation. Now, neurodivergent children, we want to recognize that typical children also have this challenge. Young children, as you go up in stages, there's more expectations and whatnot. But there are so many different factors that will also contribute to lack of emotional regulation skills, right? So we still want to accept that children are developing in that way. We want to acknowledge for ourselves and to the children also that all emotions are useful, all emotions are good. All emotions tell us something, they teach us something, they help us through something. So all emotions are good. So the tantrums are just being used as a tool to show us that, hey, something is up, something is missing, there's a lack in some way, right? Or there's discomfort in some way. Good. So all emotions are good. Imagine being happy all the time. Someone died and you happy, or you bounce your toe, you break your foot and you happy. You know, that's not practical, right? So all emotions are good and we want to allow the children to feel the emotion, work through it, but we want to show them that how we deal with emotion is what can be good or bad, right? So we want to accept that children are developing their self-regulation skills and we want to acknowledge that all emotions are good. So the next A, we want to avoid giving in to the tantrum. You know, when we give in to the tantrum, we're reinforcing the behavior and we don't want to do that, right? We want to also avoid putting the children in the situation that is triggering the responses that they will give, triggering the tantrum and whatnot. We want to avoid that as well. Tantrums can be very overwhelming. So we don't want to put the children in a situation where we can avoid it, right? So those are the E's. Now we want to see C, letter C, right? C, we want to connect. During a tantrum, that could be like a really overwhelming moment for the child. While it is frustrating for us as well, they need that support in that time, okay? So we want to connect with them. How do we connect with them? We want to reassure them that, hey, you are not bad. What we are doing is not acceptable, but you are not bad. We want to connect with them by coming down to their level, stooping down, holding their hands, looking them in the face, touching their face, gentle strokes. We want to connect with them by just being in their space. Sometimes they wouldn't want to be touched or anything, but just being around and available for when they come and come to you. Yeah. So connecting. Do not cut off and say, well, that's you stay there or whatever. That's disconnection. We want to ensure that there's always a connection there so that they could feel supported. We want to calm ourselves down because it could be frustrating for us as well, right? to be fair. We want to use the calming strategies for ourselves first. I could do this. Tackle the children after. Keep them calm down the big behavior by helping them through deep breathing, helping them to do squeezes, whatever is the calming strategy that they are familiar with, you all would have gone through, and that works. Use your calming strategies right there. But it's very, very important for us as adults to remain calm so that we don't mirror the wrong behavior to them. If we escalate while they are up in their big emotions during their tantrum, we're going to make it worse, right? And we're not going to show them how to remain calm or how they could be calm, right? So you can also offer some choices there to calm them down. So, hey, I know we're having a tough time. We cannot get the cupcake right now, but we can have an apple or a pear. Which one would you like? I mean, in that situation, probably that might cause a little more screaming. But, we get the drift. Provide options. Let them feel as though they have a sense of autonomy and they have control somewhat, because they may already feel like they're losing control, right? So we provide some choices for them. Lastly, connect, calm, and be consistent. Sometimes we might start hot and sweaty, as they would say. We're doing this thing and then, I'm feeling tired today. I can't do this tantrum thing, so let me just... No, be consistent with how your methodology is. Be consistent with what you say. Be consistent in not giving in. Be consistent as very, very paramount, right? So we connect, we calm, we are consistent. Now, the teaching part of it all happens before the tantrums happen, right? You go through the script of how we should ask for stuff. Remember, when we're asking for things, we say I want, please, or of course, according to how much language they have, we could say snack, please, or whatever. However you're going to teach them to ask for something, you teach them before the tantrum, right? So during the tantrum and after, we will be reminding them of how we should ask. We also use the time before to mirror how to ask, and all the different things happen before. Also in the teaching, if the child is non-verbal, we can teach them how to point if they are not pointing yet. Teach them how to point to request for something and use visuals where they could point to. Ensure things are close enough for them to actually reach and access it or point to it and whatnot. Sometimes in teaching, to avoid and reduce the tantrums, could also mean teaching them how to be independent and getting things for themselves, Opening a bottle. We could teach them how to open the bottle so they don't scream and get on, when they want the bottle to be opened. They could do that for themselves. That will just reduce so much anxiety for the child and for all those who have to care for the child, Teach them the skills necessary for them to be independent, to access whatever they need. Right, so all of this we are doing beforehand. So during the moment of the tantrum, we go through our A's and our C's and then just reinforce our T for teaching, right? So just to recap quickly, we want to accept that the children are still developing and acknowledge that all emotions are useful and they're good. We avoid the triggers and the situations when avoidable, right? We want to connect, we want to connect with the children. We want to keep calm for ourselves and we want to calm them down, right? Help them calm down. We want to also provide choices for them and we want to be consistent. And then T, we want to teach them in advance how to ask for whatever they want, how to make requests. We practice that in advance. So during the tantrum, we'll just reinforce lessons that are already taught. It's hard to teach during a tantrum, right? So we want to teach them those things beforehand. Right. So now you can boldly go forth in a new way to face the tantrums. Now, in going, I encourage you to be patient with yourself and be patient with your child as you both learn and grow and help change this behavior, right? So stay connected with us and look out for more Tuesday talks. Subscribe, click the notification button, like and share, and thank you for watching. All right.